Greetings, Zombie Slayers, Slippy Jim here. Welcome to a very special video showcasing Der Riese, probably my all-time favorite zombies map. This is the original World at War version. I'm going to be showing you guys a retrospective look back at the awesome Easter eggs and storyline that is found in this map. Some of the things you may have seen before, especially if you're a zombies fan. Some of them you may not have. There's going to be some stuff in here that I'm going to show you guys that you may not have seen before. I'm going to be explaining stuff and showing you some cool detail in the map that's not necessarily Easter egg as well. So there you go. Der Riese means the giant. It is an arms factory base of Group 935, a group of Nazi scientists involved in some crazy experiments on this site. But we're going to take you through, first of all, the radio and phonograph messages in the map. All of them, and then some. So first up, I'll try to take you through what I think is, the order that makes sense in terms of how they explain the storyline for zombies. So first up, we're going to take you to this radio down here. The back of the map. Let's play this one, guys.
Sophia, this letter is to go to the Reichstag High Command immediately. Gentlemen, it is with the utmost urgency that I draw your attention to the lack of funding being injected into the giant project. While I believe we are close to realizing the ultimate plan, we still have several years of development before it is ready. It would be folly to cut our expenditures so early in our development. As you know, early tests on the DG2 have easily outperformed expectations, and we fully anticipate mass-producing the Wunderwaffe within the next few years. Work on the matter transference has, however, come to a standstill. We simply do not have enough Element 115 to continue the experiments. The test subjects have survived teleportation, but are currently unresponsive to commands and cannot be controlled. If we are to overcome this obstacle, we need to increase the frequency and size of the experiment. To this end, I suggest we find not only a regular supply of 115, but that we also find a larger conduit to channel the energy. Our operatives in America have informed us that the U.S. has a large supply of the element at the Nevada base. So time is of the essence if we are to stay ahead of them. This cannot be done if you cut the budget, nor can it be done if you insist on pressuring us into action before we are ready. I am, of course, available for discussion on the matter, but in the meantime, I will continue with the work here and try to win this damned war. Signed, etc., etc., Dr. Maxis.
Cool, so that is the first of the many radio message explaining the backstory to zombies in Der Riese. I'm going to take you to the next one, guys. I'm not going to be talking too much about the storyline, just showing you the Easter eggs, but suffice to say that this map pretty much explained almost the entire storyline of the zombies, how they were created, the hellhounds and all that stuff. What was going on with the Nazis. Let's play this second one here.
Stand up. Stand up! Good. Look at me. Over here. Good. Now walk forward. Excellent. Further. Keep coming. It's all right. Stay there. Calm down. I order you. Kill it. Bring me another.
Okay, that was the second radio message, guys. We're going to go find and play the third message, which is a phonograph recording found out the back near the teleporter, or one of the teleporters. And this will give us a bit more of the backstory on the creation of the zombies and what happened to Group 935 here in the Der Riese facility. So there it is. Let's play this one as well.
Initiating test number 3. Subject is within the test chamber. Activate power.
Oh my God.
Do you hold yourself and clean that up? Test number 3. Unsuccessful. Test subject has been reduced to the same state as previous subjects. Clean up the test chamber and recalibrate the system. Let's do it again.
Yes, Doctor.
Okay, let's go find the fourth message as well, guys. Now, this was the original backstory. To me, this was an awesome storyline, you know, to do with Nazi scientists and sci-fi and, you know, experimenting and all of that stuff. Prior to the, you know, the end of Black Ops 2, when they got into the afterlife and the fantasy elements and it's only kids playing stuff like that, you know, which I really didn't like, and I thought really destroyed the coolness of this storyline. So let's play this next radio here in Doris.
Now, you must be very diligent, Miss Samantha. Owning a dog is a great responsibility.
Yes, Father. Oh, I love her.
You must feed her every day and walk her, and be very careful when you play with her. You know she's going to have puppies.
Really? Can I keep the puppies too, Father?
We'll see, Samantha. One step at a time.
Okay, so Fluffy is introduced to the mix, and we're going to head off and play the next message, which gives us a little bit more of an inkling about what happened to Fluffy and what they were doing with poor old Fluffy, and the outcome of all those experiments coming up here. This is another phonograph recording here up near Double Tap.
Edward, tie the damn thing down! We can't have it running around during the test!
It's tied down now, Dr. Maxis.
Initiating test number 5. Subject is within the test chamber. Activate power.
Searching for vitals. No reading, Doctor. The subject has disappeared. Dr. Maxis, we've done it!
Don't be foolish! Test number 5 is unsuccessful. Subject has vanished, yes, but has not reappeared at the mainframe. Recalibrate the damn system, now!
Okay. So let's go play the next phonograph message, which is one of the coolest recordings in the map, in my opinion. And this one is found towards the other teleporter. And this one's also hidden in a pretty cool place as well. Let's go play this one. And this one is found just past the animal testing laboratories here near the ovens. Right in here. So let's play this one as well.
Initiating test number 6. Subject is within test chamber. Activate power. Damn it, Edward! Did you set up the device correctly?
Yes, Doctor. As per your specifications.
If you had done it to my specifications, then it would have worked, wouldn't it? As usual, your incompetence has...
What? Do you hear that, Doctor?
Quiet, you fool! Test number 6 is a failure, but the experiment has caused some kind of electrical force energized within the chamber. Well, open the door!
Doctor, I don't think...
Open the door, now!
Daddy, what are you doing with Fluffy?
Damn it, Samantha, I told you never to come in here. Edward, get her out of here.
Yes, Doctor.
What's wrong with her? Daddy, what did you do? Fluffy!
Come back here, Samantha! Stop her! Easy. Come here, Samantha. Good girl, Flossie. Gently, Samantha. That's not Flossie anymore. We must get out of here. What? Edward, what are you doing? Open the door! Edward, open this door now!
I'm scared.
Don't go. Stay by me, Samantha.
Goodbye, Dr. Maxis.
Oh yeah, classic line. That's not fluffy anymore, Samantha. So we'll find out a bit more about why Richtofen did that to Maxis. And unfortunately, Samantha was a bit of collateral there as well. But notice, guys, that's what Samantha is supposed to sound like. Not like the American sounding girl in Origins. Okay, now up here, guys, there's no radio in Der Riese on console or PC, but on iOS, on my mobile phone, the game actually does have a radio here, which I'm going to play for you guys now, found in the PC files as well.
Gentlemen, allow me to take this opportunity to welcome you to Group 935. This is a prestigious moment in the history of our race. You represent the future of technological advancement. You are the pioneers of human discovery. In your hands lies the destiny of mankind. In our hands is a great power, and with that power comes a price. You have volunteered to be part of this great experiment, and with that decision comes the responsibility of absolute secrecy. No one is to know what you do, where you work, what our research has uncovered, or what our purpose will be. You will have no further contact with your governments or with your families. Your decision to fully dedicate your lives to Group 935 is absolute. In your lockers, you will find your Field Ops Manual, which will direct you should our manifesto get compromised. We cannot afford to let this power fall into the wrong hands, and therefore the Field Ops Manual should be considered your Bible. Make your preparations now. A new dawn is beginning for mankind.
What an awesome phonograph message that one is. And Maxis welcoming the new recruits to Group 935. We'll play this last radio down here, guys, in a moment, but it just sounds like my crawler died, so we're going to have to go around. I'll come back in a second. Okay, so we are back. One round later, we're going to be playing the last radio message here, so let's do it.
But I'm all out of hope. Auf Wiedersehen, my friend.
Warning, the shield is now active.
Damn it! I can't find my pills.
Materials and report to the barracks.
They are coming.
Not a drill.
I must do what I must do.
The shield is now active.
God forgive us all.
To destroy the designated materials and report to the barracks. This is not a drill. Warning, the shield is now active. To destroy the designated materials and report to the barracks. This is not a drill. Warning, the shield is now active. Scientists are to destroy the designated materials and report to the barracks. This is not a drill. Warning, the shield is now active. To destroy the designated materials and report to the barracks.
Now that was an interesting message. That one I believe was from Harvey Yena, who was one of two American operatives within Group 935 along with Peter McCain. And I believe that is Harvey there. But again, this is a little bit subject to conjecture. Peter McCain is the hanging body in Shino Numa. Now, I'm going to show you guys some of the Illuminati code within the map. There's some code there. There's the H and the P at the end are English. In the middle, we have E and L in the Illuminati code for help. And if we come through here into this room and look up at the ceiling, there's a message up here that's in Illuminati code, and this is quite a long one. It reads, "Faithful servant, the seed has been planted. Observe and report. Maxis must not know." I believe that is a message from the Illuminati. In fact, all of these, or except for that last one that we saw, are messages from the Illuminati command, I guess, if they have such a thing, to Richthofen, who was an Illuminati agent within Group 935. Okay, so let's go find the next one of these Illuminati messages, and this one is found around the side here near Jug. If we look out through this fence, I don't know if you can see that. That's Illuminati code right there. Let's just move a bit closer. There we go, that's a bit better. What this one says is Living Dead. Just a little Easter egg, I guess, in Illuminati code. It's no specific storyline message, I don't think, other than the fact that obviously they're turning people into zombies here with their experiments. And if we come back through to the spawn area as well here, I will find a couple more of these Illuminati messages in the map. This one is found down the back here behind this barricade. That one says the same thing. It says Living Dead. I don't know if that's meant to be written in blood or what that is, but there's a few other words in English around it, like heat for some reason, and a date. And if we come around here to this grate, there is a note in this grate which is an Illuminati text. And this one is fairly important to the storyline. And what this message actually is a command from the Illuminati to their agent Richthofen, which says, Edward, it's time to kill Maxis. Dun dun dun. So yeah, that is the reason that Richthofen turned on Maxis, and with the subsequent after effects that we know from Moon and so forth, those Easter eggs. Okay, so there's a couple of little minor Easter eggs there. We've got JD, the initials JD, spray painted on the bricks. And we also see JD over here. And there's a third spot as well where we see JD written in the map. Now, for those of you that don't know, a while back, JD 2020, or Josh Olin, there it is right there, the third JD, here in Doris. JD 2020 was the community manager for Treyarch, who made the game, obviously, for many years. Now, here's another little kind of Easter egg or detail in the map. We see the board behind the teleporter there with FRA written on it, which I believe stands for France. And if we head to the other teleporters as well, we'll find some similar boards with writing on them. Now, there's no real explanation about what these mean, and obviously there's a fine line with some of these between whether it's really an Easter egg or just some detail that's been put in the map. But we see down here as well, near this teleporter, there's a sign there that says GER, no doubt for Germany. And there is a third one as well, which I'll show you at the other teleporter. Now, the location being near the three teleporters and the names that are on these boards seem to correspond with the fact that the Nazis were trying to make soldiers out of the undead, no doubt to conquer the world and all that sort of stuff. So here's the third one here. It says ENG for England. It probably indicates that these were the destinations that they wanted the teleporters to take their zombie troops to. Now, up here on the roof, there's a little bit of detail as well, which says help out of boards and sandbags up there. You can just see that from this area on the roof. So I guess they had plenty of time to put up a distress sign when the zombie outbreak occurred, prior to getting slaughtered. There's a lot of blood and stuff like that all around the map. Probably something crazy went down here. And the other signage here is SOS on top of this roof up here. Let's just get into an area where you can see that. If I can get up the stairs, there we go. So you can see it says SOS on that small roof there, out of boards and sandbags again. So a little bit of detail there that's pretty cool in the map. Okay, so I'll show you another Easter egg here as well. And this is a little bit of detailing, which is a teddy bear's shadow being cast on this brick wall. And around the corner there, if you no-clip out of the map, you can actually see that there is an actual teddy bear around the corner casting that shadow. Now, the clock is also an Easter egg reference to element 115 here. If we see the time, it is stopped at 1:15 or 1:15. Some people have said that the second hand is a reference to group 935, saying it's stuck between 9 and 35 seconds. It's not quite. It's actually past the 40-second mark, so I think that is probably drawing a few too many conclusions myself. But anyway, let's move on to the next Easter egg in this map. And this one is located around here in the animal testing laboratory. We're going to look at these chalkboards here. Now, if you look at this first, we have these two chalkboards in this area. These are found elsewhere throughout the map as well. We see references here to elements 114 and 115, obviously used in the experiments here in the facility. Down here we have a really interesting chalk diagram, and that is actually a diagram of the Vril 1 Treework flying disc, which was an experiment people say the Nazis were working on, kind of like UFOs, associated with the Die Glock experiments at Der Riese. So that's pretty cool. Over here on this blackboard here, we see the message, "Edward, I know it was you." And that message there apparently was left by H. Yener, which is, again, Dr. Harvey Yener, we mentioned earlier, one of the two American agents within Group 935. So perhaps that's referencing him knowing about Edward's plot with the Illuminati. It's not super clear. Okay, there's a lot of information on this notice board. We have a note which says in German, "when aligned with the top tube," or something to that effect. I'm not sure too many people really understand that note. Over here we have some photos. This one is of West Berlin, likely Kino de Toten reference. Here we see a zombie in Paris at the Eiffel Tower. And this one here is another possible reference there to Kino de Toten. We have some more photos as well, if I can just avoid getting slapped by this crawler. And this one here is again another Paris Eiffel Tower photo. A lot of people thought there was going to be a Paris Zombies map. Unfortunately, it never eventuated. Over here we see a actual picture of the Cosmodrome that we had in the Ascension map. So it really is incredible, guys, that way back in Der Riese in World at War, Treyarch had these ideas in mind for future maps, or that they later incorporated into future maps. And we're going to see some more of these over here in another one of these notice boards at the back here at Teleporter C. So I'll show you guys this notice board as well, which also has some interesting messages on it. So up here we see a message in German which says, "Follow the plan." And down the bottom here there's another note which says, "The bell is now mobile," referencing the teleportation experiment that was carried out here as well. And there's a photo here of Call of the Dead shipwreck in the Siberian island. So that was pretty cool. And here's another one of Kino. This photo here is again the one from the Soviet Union of Ascension. And we also have a calendar here which has all the Thursdays circled with question marks. Some people thought and speculated that those would be the release dates for future DLC. Turned out to be not so much the case. Other people thought it might have had to do with the experiments being conducted around the moon cycles. But to be honest, I don't think anyone really knows 100% what that calendar is actually referencing, if anything. Probably most of these notes and details they put into the map do mean something to do with the storyline, but I don't think we'll ever know all of the details. Now, down here in this tunnel as well, where we heard the first radio that we listened to, there is another shadow in this tunnel. Kind of a Narc-style tunnel, that one. It's just a rock, guys. Some more cool shadow effects from Treyarch in these early World at War maps. There's also that paw print there, no doubt from Fluffy. And we see also Ludwig Maxis MD. I think that's his name badge, or it might even be a plaque from his desk. I'm thinking it's a name badge that may have been knocked off when he was attacked by Fluffy that we heard in that radio or phonograph message. So some pretty cool details there, guys, that it's very, very easy to miss. A little mini Easter egg here as well. If you go prone near the perk machines in Doris, you can pick up a quarter, 25 points, which is pretty sweet. Always cool to get those quarters out as well in the custom zombies map that use the Doris script. Now in this room we also have a notice board with some interesting details on it. There's a map with Nevada circled which says possible position of UUP, which is element 115 unknown Pentium. A newspaper clipping which intriguingly says the bees disappeared from Ludwigsdorf, which was an area near Doris, perhaps affected by the experiments. And down here there is a note in German which says, "You for presentation to the High Command before, please supply immediately." So some of the words are cut off there to the left of those top two lines. We have another picture there of Kino de Toten, the theatre area, clearly can be seen there. Looks like the teleporter has some sort of tarp over it. And we also have the calendar up there that we've seen before as well. And we have another one of these chalkboards. It's pretty much the same as the one we saw before in the animal laboratory. A lot of details, guys. A lot of details and Easter eggs and story facts and lore in this map. It's one of the reasons that it is my favorite map, apart from just being an awesome map to play as well. Now the next Easter egg that we're going to look at, we're going to show you guys the Field Operations Manual for Group 935 that I guess the new recruits are given when they join the facility. So we can see the left-hand side of this manual through these sandbags. Out here we can see there's the cover there, and if we squirm across a bit this way we can see the page and the writing on it. Now in terms of what this actually says, it's exactly the same script as the radio message we heard from Maxis when he made the announcement to the new members of Group 935 that we heard up near the double tap area. So if you go back and listen to that message, that is exactly what this page is actually saying. So that is perhaps why they didn't include that radio message in the map here, due to the fact that the same information was on that page there. But I actually really like the radio message as well. So we're going to go up and I'll show you guys another page from this Group 935 field manual. Let's just feed the crawler. And this one is found in a pretty sneaky hiding place, actually up near Double Tap. And it's actually visible with a sniper scope. If you look through the crack in this vent here, I'll show you guys where it is. Right there. So again, it's another page from the Field Operations Manual. And I'll show you guys what it looks like here as best I can. And in terms of what it actually says, I'll read this to you guys now. In the event of critical failure, you are instructed to take your cyanide tablet that is included in your field operations kit. In the event that you have misplaced yours, there are several methods that will accomplish the same task. Field Operations Manual 935. And at the top of the page there, it's actually a map, I believe, of the Group 935 base of operations, perhaps. It's a little bit hard to make out, but that's what that second part of the Field Operations Manual says for you guys. Okay, so we've covered most of the Easter eggs in this map, but there's a couple of the main ones coming up, guys. What can be considered possibly the first major Easter egg we'll get to soon. But first up, there's another note down here that I'll show you guys here near the double barrel shotgun. And what this one says is produced by bombarding an americium-243 nucleus with a calcium-48 nucleus. It then decays. After further decay, a metastable isotope is formed. This leads us to believe that transference of matter is indeed possible, and even the reanimation of and there's a letter B that probably stands for bodies. Now there's a really cool little Easter egg here as well with another note. You can just see the edge of it sticking out from under this little tiny piece of debris. Now if you click on the debris, it actually disappears, and you can read a little note there as well, which says, side effects of using 115, the power is undeniable, but who can use such weapons without themselves turning? And that's where the message gets cut off. So we know that most of the experiments they did with weapons using element 115 did result in the users of those weapons turning into zombies themselves. Okay, so I'm just going to lead this zombie away a little bit, and I'll show you guys the two semi-major Easter eggs in this map, Der Riese. The first one is a smaller one. If you get a monkey bomb, throw it into the furnace here, you can hear it screams, and then we get a message from Samantha Maxis herself. Again, the epically creepy Samantha. Some of you have watched my videos before will recognize that audio clip, and another one coming up, because I use them in my intros and outros for my videos. Now, coming up here we have the major Easter egg for Der Riese, the Flytrap Easter egg. Now, this structure down the alleyway here at the back is actually called the Henge. It was the testing area for the Bell, a device used in experiments here in the facility, which was used to teleport using an anti-gravity field. And below this, there's a couple of teddy bears, there's a monkey bomb, there's stuff like a jug bottle, pack-a-punched Colt and stuff like that. Now, if you shoot the switch on the pillar there with a pack-a-punched gun, what happens is it teleports the items into the air, and they fly off into the distance. And you can hear Samantha sets you the task of playing hide and seek. So what you have to do is find the two teddy bears and the monkey bomb hidden throughout the map, always found in the same location. Up here we have the teddy bear with the Bowie knife, so you just shoot it with a gun, and Samantha will make the comment that you found the first one. The second one we'll find is actually the monkey. And even though he didn't seem to like it when he was in there before, he's back here in the furnace with his grenade. So we'll shoot him in the face. Now the third and final teddy bear we have to find this time is located in the animal laboratory area. So let's head on through to there. And this is the teddy bear that has the pack-punched Colt, the biatch, and the jug bottle down here in this little cage in the animal testing laboratory area. So let's see what Samantha says when we shoot this guy. So there it is, guys. We have done the major Easter egg in Der Riese and completed the Flytrap. But this could possibly be considered the first major Easter egg in Zombies, unless you count the Ascension one, which has quite a lot more challenging steps to it, more in the style of the modern day Treyarch Easter eggs that we've come to know. But it's pretty cool nonetheless. Now, this is a message you can see in this room. It says, Teddy is a liar, which you may remember is the password that Edward Richtofen used in the map Moon in the Easter egg. There's also a message up there that says, Teddy is the biggest liar. Now, people say if you stare at that long enough, that Teddy is a liar, the T fades out, and it says Eddie is a liar. Now, we're going to try and bust that myth a little bit later. But first up, I'm going to show you guys the musical Easter egg, and where to find the three things that you have to click on to get this to work. There's a whole lot of myths that go around with Der Riese, like the secret rooms that people think you can open that no one's found yet and stuff like that. There's a second stairway that you can see. There's a rat. He's not part of any myth that I know of, but this is the first This is the first of like a brainstem that you click on for the musical Easter egg. The second one is up here on the shelf in the same room. The third one is across at one of the other teleporters, so I'll show you guys that one. What we're going to do is we'll play the song, guys, and while the song is playing, we will stare at that Teddy is a liar and see if the T does indeed disappear or not. See if we can bust that myth. So let's play the song. If you enjoyed, please remember to rate and comment and subscribe if you haven't already. That's it from me. Slippy Jim out.
Atrocities come by way of reciprocity.